We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show. And we've been talking about colon cleansing lately. Well, practically all the time since I've been alive on the Raw Food World TV show. And colon cleansing with enemas or colonics are the most powerful tool, healing tool in the world. Nothing comes even close to it. Nothing. No sauna, no pill, no treatment at the hospital, no foot soak, no anything. Oxygen therapy, nothing cleanses, nothing helps heal the body more effectively than periodic colon cleansing. It's impossible. Just that alone floods your body with oxygen. People get off the table, all of a sudden their faces are red, their skin's red, all this waste comes out and they're just flooded with oxygen. Okay, so here we have the most powerful healing tool in the world. And how do I know this? How do I know this? Because I do it frequently on myself for years on end, and I see what it feels like, what it does to the human body, and what happens. Also, I have met thousands, tens of thousands of people who have healed from all sorts of ailments, conditions, and diseases. I have witnessed hundreds of children, when sick, back in the day, many years ago, our parents, all these parents are telling me that their parents used to do enemas when they were sick before they went to the hospital. Even the doctors would say, do an enema before you even come in. These are the things I'm getting. The health food institutes use this as their main measure to help heal someone, and that's what they do for a living. Ann Wigmore helped heal thousands of people with colon cleansing. And this, altogether, is how I know it's the most powerful healing tool in the world. So, because it's the most powerful healing tool in the world, and this world is driven by money for certain dimensions of it, they're going to obviously want to hide this type of thing because it's going to affect pocketbooks. The biggest industries in the world, the health insurance, the pharmaceutical drugs, is all encapsulated into this industry. So you're going to see these articles condemning the most powerful healing tool in the world. It's going to take your bacteria out. Nonsense. You brush your teeth, you get bacteria right back in. But the thing I wanted to talk about today, the number one thing, is people, the new, one thing that people are saying is people become dependent on colon cleansing. And this is a complete falsehood. And let me explain what's going on here. Oh, there's so much. Not only is the whole entire hospital system going to condemn this thing, but everybody that's attached to it, your family, your friends, they're all lost into this system. So, here you are, when something doesn't feel right and you want to go to somebody, like let's say you do a colonic and you don't poo for 2 days, what's going to happen? Oh my God, what's happening? Maybe I'll talk to my best friend or my mom or somebody like that and tell them your situation. And then, it's like they're little puppets for the whole system, and they're going to be like, oh, that's bad, my doctor said this, and it's your beliefs, it's just this snowball effect. So any type of thing that you're going to do against the system, whether it be a healthy diet, even vegetarians have issues going out with their friends, or be a vegan or a raw foodist, or cleanse the colon, or not, or breastfeed with breast milk, or anything across the board, everybody's going to be against you, and you got to be strong. This is what it's all about. So back. The reason why some people don't poo, and it's not always, after they do a colonic for a day or 2 or 3 even, is because you've removed all the waste in your body, and your colon has been so messed up for so many years So, just like everybody else, if you just stop the colon cleansing, over 2 or 3 days, the poo is going to build up in your body like all the rest of humanity, and then you're going to start pooing 3 times a day as time goes on. You don't have to worry. So this is where it gets scary about colonic dependency or enema dependency and stuff like that. I had a friend who started doing colonics, or enemas, and it changed their life. They were feeling amazing, and they were like, you know what, Matt? I'm kind of feeling, I'm a little nervous, like I'm a little dependent on it, da-da-da-da-da. So I explained to her what was happening. Here she was, at her current energy levels and her well-being, how she felt. And now she started doing enemas, and she went to feeling ridiculously good. She's singing, her eyes are cleared up, her skin is beautiful. She's like smiling throughout the day just from doing this alone. So she went from here, this crazy energy that she probably doesn't even remember, where she was just like always, to focused, feeling great, loving life, and she didn't want to go. So the fear is, if you drop the enemas, which she's not doing every day, so don't get that wrong, the fear is going back here. It's not even that. It's like, okay, so now I'm not pooing like I used to. What's happening? Oh my God, family and friends are coming and telling me I'm doing it. This is wrong. And it's kind of like you freak out. But you've cleaned out so much junk out of your body. Ridiculous amounts. There's less to poo. Okay, so if this person it went from here to here, is just feeling amazing, decides to stop, and they'd say, okay, I'm not going to do enemas anymore. They're going to go this way. They're not going to go all the way back to where they were feeling like crap. They're going to go midway. And it's going to be a much, much, much better space than they were here. But compared to here, this is so ridiculously amazing. I do it for spiritual benefits, not only my health. It's ridiculous how focused and amazing a person feels. All the acid that comes out of you, the junk at your organs, you just drain your body of nonsense. And then you come here and you're like, okay, this is better than here, but not as good as there. And if I don't want to do enemas, that's fine. But you received benefit. Now, what I recommend is, depending on what you're doing it for, you can come here, do the cleaning out, do your cleansing, and then you can come back here, but you don't have to stop completely. Don't give into the fear nonsense of family and friends. Do it every once in a while. And then what's going to happen when you do it, you're going to be like, oh my God, the spiritual benefits. It's like, why not? Why not? And I'm not saying you have to do this. People don't, it's a feeling of dependency and stuff like this. If you want to it's just a little bit lower vibration, very low, medium, pretty good, really high vibration. Okay. So the reason why I like it, and I do it often, which is not every day, so don't worry about this. It could be 3 times a month, 4 times a month, 5 times a month, depending on what you want to do. The vibration, the spiritual energy, the focus, the 4th dimension, you feel it, you can sense it more. And this is why I love it so much. And with an improved diet, when you're not introducing mucus stuff and other toxicity and get loads of gas that's created from standard American diet foods, the combination of the two is so unfathomable and so amazing, you just won't, you can't believe it. So you have a crazy amount of vibration and energy when you do a raw food diet, and especially when you colon cleanse whenever you get sick. Now, raw foodists like myself don't necessarily get the best reputation because it's ironic. When you meet a raw foodist who's really on a 100% raw food diet, they're generally, a good amount of them are mentally deranged. It's like they're not really there. Something's just, it's just not right. Why is this? when you do a raw food diet, and a lot of these people, they cleanse their colon, and if you could get through they cleanse their colon, you receive a ridiculous amount of energy. You could do this just on raw foods, but a lot of these people that have issues, they go on the raw food diet, they have more energy, but there's also a load of toxicity there when they don't cleanse their colon, and it's like this type of energy. Like, okay? I hope that makes sense. When they cleanse their colon, it's more of like, oh, it's gone. But it's a lot of energy to still deal with. And this is why a lot of them, they can't function in their own body. It's almost like they're just like, don't get me wrong. It took me 15 years, and I'm still probably a little mentally deranged, but it took me a long time. I was not the bestest person in the world in the past. I'm not saying I'm the best now, but I've come a long way. And many of you have probably experienced something like this. You attempt a raw food diet, and the energy is so hardcore that you feel everything more. And when you feel everything more, not only do you feel the good more, you also feel the bad more. So you feel the emotional issues that we've got to deal with. And these emotional issues that we have to deal with, this is why we're eating the way we eat. This is why man today is eating the standard American diet and eating so poorly, overeating and so on, to not have to look at those things. So when you eat a raw food diet, you're just like stuck with it right there. And are you going to look at that pain? Or are you going to stuff yourself with raw food, go back and forth, be on this chaos? But this is why, these raw food eaters might be a little bit mentally deranged. They have all this energy, but they're being, you got to be righteous. You got to learn how to channel the energy, know how to work with it and deal with it, and look at this stuff and get over it and things like that. So many of us, we've done the raw food diet. We experience the, nope, I'm going back. And this is one reason why I recommend a whole foods diet for people that don't want this intensity. All right, that was fun. You know what? I'm going to do a video because I always recommend to 99.99% of the human beings on the world today that I associate with to do a whole foods diet instead of a raw food diet. And next week, or next video, or maybe 3 videos from now, I don't know yet, I'm going to talk about why a cooked whole foods diet is better than a 100% raw food diet. And this is Matt Monarch, and we'll see you next time at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.